Hi, in this video we'll be talking about the problem MinCore. So in the problem you're given n jobs and the starting and ending time of each of the job is given. The times are inclusive and you need to find out the minimum number of CPU cores that you need. So a single core can execute only one job at a particular time. So you just need to make sure that at any point of time there are sufficient number of cores available so that any job can be processed. So for this problem, you can simply understand it by maybe drawing one or two example. That let's say you have two segments that are intersecting. Okay, so at this portion of the time, you just need one of the core, but as soon as both of them start overlapping, you really need to have two cores to support both of them, right? Because at that point of time, you need to have support for both of them. So if there is an intersection, you need more than one core for both of them, right? Now let's suppose there is another one which goes something like this, right? So over here you need one core for this part, two cores for this part. For this portion over here you need three cores, for this portion you need two cores, and for this portion you need one core, right? So as you can see, the maximum number of overlap actually dictates the number of cores that you need in your CPU to process all the jobs. So the question actually boils down to finding the maximum number of overlapping intervals at a particular region. So basically you have a lot of ranges given to you and you need to find out a particular point, or at any particular point, what is the maximum number of intersection the point can have with all the segments. Like this particular point have intersection with all the segments that are present. This has intersection with 2, this has intersection with 4, this has intersection with 1. So find out the maximum number of intersection that is possible, right? And this is the basic timeline that is present. Okay, so you need to find that. Now to do this, what we can do is a simple greedy algorithm that, okay, for every start s of I, do a +1. For every r of I, do a -1. Okay, now what does this mean? Whenever you see a start time of a particular interval, you increase +1. So let's say you keep a counter over here, let's say 0. Okay, and then when you come to this point, you see, okay, this intersection starts, so you increase the counter by 1. Then this point comes and this is like a starting point, so it's a +1. So beyond that it is 2. Then this is a starting point, this is 3, this is 4, then this is a ending point, so this will be -1, so this is 3, this will be 2. So we are basically maintaining a running counter and doing these updates as you see S and R. Okay, when you see this you do 1, and then when you see the last one you do a 0, like you go to 0 back, right? You started from 0 and you went back to 0. Okay, so in this process you see that, okay, there is a 4 over here, so this is like the maximum intersection point that you can find in the range. Okay, now in this case we had all of the points at distinct positions, so it was relatively easy to calculate things up. Let's say you have something like this. Let's remove these points and we will add just a simple example that we need to take care of, and that should be sufficient enough to solve this problem. Let's say you have two ranges, something like this, and this ends at this position, and there is another one starting at this. Okay, now you start with 0 over here. Okay, then you see Si and Ri. Okay, so at this point both Si and Ri come together. So Si for this range starts at this point and Ri for this ends at this. So which one do you process first? Okay, so the rule is you first process Si and then process Ri. So you first process this. Okay, so when you came from 0, you first saw this, you went to 1. Okay, then you saw these 2 points, these are both Si and Ri. So you first process Si at the same point. So if there are multiple points at the same location, you first process the Si's. So you see 2 first of all, and then you then subtract this because there is Ri over here, so you then go to 1. So after this everything is 1, then you go up to this and then you subtract, then you go to 0. So everything is over 0 over here. So as you can see, at this exact point you see two segments getting overlapped, right? So you need 2 cores. So the whole idea is, for every interval just make si comma +1 and ri comma -1, okay, and sort them by the first, like sort them by the event occurrence. So take these as like events where this start happens then end happens, so sort them by the occurrences, and when you are at a particular point, process the SIs first. How you can do that? So when you are at a particular point, loop over all the things that happen at that point. So loop over all the elements that are same as this particular value that you're seeing. So when you reach to this element, loop over forward and see all the elements that are same to this value. These will be these two elements, and process the SIs first and then process the RIs, okay? So if you do that, then you will always be correct. So once you process all the SIs, you will always get the correct answer, and that will lead to the maximum overlap at that particular instant, and then you decrease the RI contributions. One more way you can do this problem is by just doing the -1 at R +1, okay, and in that case you will take RIs first, okay. So if you do this is just another implementation level detail, but if you do -1 at RI +1 and +1 at SI, you just need to keep these in a vector and then sort it up, okay. And then if you use this in the first part over here, you really need to just process the RIs or the decreasing ones first. So by the natural order, if 2 elements are same, if the second one is lesser, the element comes first, right? So in that case you will by default get RIs first. So implementing problems using such interval intersections or unions are generally easy when you keep things like SI and RI +1 and then process it in order, because RI, this -1 events will happen first and they will be processed as per need, okay? So that's all for this problem. Thank you.